Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Aquarius November 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing up is as far as November goes, the sun will be in Scorpio from the 1st until the 22nd. So the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time for Aquarius, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on one's career, notoriety, status, recognition, social status, stature in life, authority figure, success, public image and reputation, and the dominant parent, which is often the father. Now, given that this is Scorpio energy, this may be done with a lot of emotional intensity, resourcefulness, a lot of passion, a lot of incisiveness. It could even be done with a lot of quick-wittedness and a lot of probing as well, and there could be a focus on going through subterfuge and superficiality with a dominant parent, which is often the father, and even people in positions of authority, supervisors, even businesses at this time. There might be a focus on digging deep in certain businesses at this time, especially if you're trying to do some kind of investing with them or some work with them. So anyway, but this could also be a time too where it could shine light, so to speak, on a Scorpio sun, moon, or ascendant, authority figure, dominant parent. And it could be one that's a Scorpio. It could be a Scorpio sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Scorpio characteristics at this time. And anyway, the next thing up is, as far as November goes, the sun will be in Sagittarius from the 22nd until the 30th. So the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, there could be a strong focus, concentration of energy, and attention on friends, acquaintances, goals, aspirations, one's future, stepchildren, if applicable. Also, it could even be money that may be made from a business if applicable, and even groups, clubs, and organizations at this time in social networking. Now, given that this is Sagittarius energy, this may be done with a lot of expansive energy, a lot of enthusiasm, exuberance, a lot of optimism, and even philanthropy. This could be a time too where you could be focusing a lot of your attention on a Sagittarius goal or aspiration. It could be something connected with philosophy, law, religion, sports, target practicing. It's something with targeting, practicing, or even darts or horses. It could be horseback riding. Anything that could be Sagittarius related at this time. And in some cases too, I mean, you look at the sun in astrology could be that dominant male figure. Now, this could be a dominant Sagittarius male. It could be a Sagittarius sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Sagittarius traits that might figure more very prominently in your goals, your aspirations. It could be group involvement or even social networking, social media at this time. So those are some ways that this could manifest and pan out. It could also be a focus on sports or athletic activities with friends, with acquaintances, or any other Sagittarius type of interest at this time. So anyway, well, the next thing up is there will be a full moon in Taurus on November 12th. So at this time, the fourth house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, this could manifest in a multitude of ways. One way it may pan out, this could be the completion or culmination of some home-related project or endeavor that required a lot of persistence, patience, and perseverance. It could be something where you may, I mean, when you're talking about full moons in astrology, it could be where someone becomes tired, exasperated, or simply so full of something. And in this case, it could be a situation where one becomes tired, exasperated, even full at a overly, could be obstinate, stubborn, intransigent, overly stolid, even boring or monotonous home or family member, or someone you simply feel close to home with. It could be the ending of some kind of money-making venture which factored into that latter part of your life at this time, if you're not, or that end or latter part of your life if you're not currently in it. And it could even be a time where maybe there's like some, where you become, I mean, this is about revelations or unveilings. Perhaps you could be a self-revelation where you become cognizant of some Taurus qualities and characteristics you may have at the core, such as being very, again, persistent, persevering, patient, trustworthy, stable, reliable, and really, and maybe even more so than what you may have realized, because of course Aquarius energy is obviously much different than Taurus energy, but remember, I'm talking about at the core, so those qualities are not always going to be expressed overtly or blatantly like the sun, moon, or ascendant. Now, you're looking at this as well. This could also be a time too. I mean, it's not, the full moon astrology could be, I mean, it could be a revelation or unveiling, and in some cases it could be a monetary item that may have been found in one's home at this time, or even a case of the stubborns, I call, so to speak, and a case where you were dealing with some obstinate home or family member may come to an end at this time. Remember that we're also, when you're talking about the fourth house, it could be connected with roots and ancestry. Now, this could be about some discovery you have made in connection with your roots and ancestry that took a lot of tenacity, a lot of patience, a lot of persistence, and a lot of Taurian type laborious effort even. And maybe it's a matter of taking you some time to find it, but maybe you finally found what you were actually looking for as far as that goes. Now, anyway, next thing up, there will be a new moon in Sagittarius on November 26th. So the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, one way that this could manifest and pan out, this could be a time where it could be about a new Sagittarius stepchild at this time, or one that embodies Sagittarius characteristics. It could be a Sagittarius sun, moon, or ascendant person, or one that embodies those traits. It could be somebody, it could be a new Sagittarius friend. Again, one that could be a sun, moon, or ascendant in Sag, or one that embodies those characteristics. Could also be the beginning of a Sagittarius type goal or aspiration you may pursue. It could be something with archery, sports in general, horses. Could be something connected with darts, or again, archery. Could be something with the law, philosophy, religion, theology, translation, traveling, anything that could be Sagittarius related. And it could also be a time too where you might really start moving toward your future with a lot of expansive, enthusiastic, and exuberant energy at this time, and really about maybe even going outside the box in terms of your goals and your aspirations, or even you might join a new like Sagittarius type group, club, or organization, such as something connected with sports or the law or philosophy, or something that is associated with foreigners, or even or traveling, or something that's with maybe global communications, anything that could be Sagittarius related. Now, the next thing up is Mercury will be in Scorpio, and it's going to be retrograde from like the 1st until the 21st. So the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, this could be about a lot of incisive, probing, provocative, deep conversations with the dominant parent, which is often the father. It could be people prominent in your career, a person in position of authority. You might be really wanting to thinking about really digging deep into situations that are 10th house related. It could be also thinking about a Scorpio type career, and remember, given that's going to be retrograde a good part of the month, it could be going back to that thinking that maybe you stop momentarily for some time, and maybe now you're going to be pondering and contemplating this once again. It could be some It could be something, Scorpio related careers, such as something with, embalming, locksmithing, something with transformation, astrology, the occult, supernatural, or even going back to provocative, deep conversations with 10th house people, which could be, again, could be connected with the dominant parent, which is often the father. It could be somebody prominent in your career, your public image, your reputation, and it might even be communicating about maybe even people that were somewhat manipulative in terms of, your public image or your reputation, that were really maybe being very surreptitious and going behind your back and saying negative things in order to impact that and perhaps negatively. Hold on a moment, people. As I've stated previously, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Scorpio Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Scorpio traits that might figure more prominently in your public image, your reputation, success, career-related matters. It could be matters connected with authority figures, the dominant parent, which is often the father, and whether they're actually to your detriment or beneficial. A lot of this could be predicated independent on aspects this makes to points in your chart. As sextile or trine to your natal Jupiter, they might be rather auspicious in these matters. As an example, but say an adverse aspect to your natal Saturn, it may go the other way, and it might somehow contribute, whether deliberately or unwittingly, to maybe hurting your reputation or your public image to some degree, and even career-related matters at this time. So anyway, those are some ways this may manifest and pan out. Now, next thing up, well, Venus will be in Sagittarius as far as November goes, from the 1st until the 25th. So at this time, the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time for Aquarius, this could be about, if you're unattached at this time, you may connect with a Sagittarius Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Sagittarius characteristics. As far as a relationship goes, it might be somebody that might figure prominently in your future, your goals, your aspirations. It might be somebody that maybe was a friend and it escalated to something stronger, or even somebody that you might have met through some group, club, or organization at this time, or through social networking. Could also be a time to Aquarius where you might be valuing a lot of exuberance, philosophy, optimism, expansiveness in 11th house matters, such as your friendships, your acquaintances, valuing being very positive and upbeat regarding attaining a goal or aspiration, or even your future at this time. Might even be about spending, be very careful about spending over enthusiastically or even recklessly on 11th house matters, such as friends, acquaintances, even stepchildren, if applicable, people you know in some organization, group, or club at this time, or maybe even somebody you meet through social networking. So, I mean, let's say if this is making an adverse aspect to your natal Neptune, it could be really, spending money on these people without really necessarily knowing all the details, because, I mean, Neptune can cloud judgment, or could even indicate just simply unrealistic spending on those people. So anyway, last but not least, Venus will be in Capricorn as far as November goes, from the 25th until the 30th. So the 12th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, this can manifest in a number of ways. In some cases, it could be about having a clandestine affair with a Capricorn Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies those traits. It could be, in some cases too, you might, as far as your feelings and sentiments, they might be a little bit restricted and held back, somewhat inhibited at this time, since we're talking about the 12th house. And of course, Capricorn, the sign itself, can be somewhat undemonstrative and not and somewhat inhibited and restricted and showing feelings anyway at this time as well. This could also be about financial restrictions, and you may be spending, being in Capricorn, very conservatively at this time. And also the financial restrictions may be connected with maybe spending on business matters or something of a political nature, dentist bills, anything that could be Capricorn related. It could be on one's personal ambitions. Also, too, another way this could manifest, this could be about conservative spending on those less fortunate than yourself, such as the impoverished, the oppressed, the homeless, or the hungry. And also, in some cases, this could also be about some relationship you're in, or even a close friendship that might actually be a hidden adversary. And it could be a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies those traits. So those are some ways that this may come about at this time, and as far as manifest and pan out. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Aquarius November 2019 horoscope, part 1 of 2. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be giving you my Aquarius November 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. Until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.